All right, Shalom. Before I begin, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Badash. I'd like to say double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. And also Shalom and salutations to the brothers out there that are laboring in this work as well. You know, the brothers of the hopeful elect. So I'm the brother Shaquat from the branch of Great Millstone, Montreal. Back with another in-transit lesson. And this lesson, you know, that I'm going to be getting into is going to be inspired by something that the elder apostle Tahar had mentioned in his video. You know, and he mentioned that there's no age requirement to prophesy, right? And you know, that's true, because you know, when you go into the word prophecy or prophesy, it simply means to say something before it happens. That's literally what the word prophesy or prophet, you know, or prophecy, you know, is. You know? And the way the Lord works is that you don't have to be of a particular age to say something before it happens. The Spirit can hop on anybody, man. You know, the Spirit can hop on a baby, a child. The Spirit can hop on an elderly, you know, someone that's elder, someone that's of old age. The Spirit can hop on a teenager, man. On anybody, literally. You know, no matter who you are, no matter what sort of life you're living, right? You know, the Spirit can hop on you to prophesy. The Spirit can hop on you to say something before it happens, man. You know, and there's different ways that the Lord can reveal particular secrets to you, man. You know, but one that's very popular and common is in a dream, right? You know, as it is written in Job, the Lord said in a dream, the Lord speaketh once, yea twice, yet men perceive it not. You know, in a dream, in a vision of the night. You know, then the Lord opening up the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. You know, so the Lord can show particular people events, future events, right? Because that's what prophesying is, right? Seeing something and saying it before it happens. You know, so the Lord can show future events to anybody, man. You know, hence you got people in the world that are not in the truth, and they're actually children. You know, and they have they start crying for, you know, because they saw a terrible vision. You know, you have videos like that on YouTube, man. So going to prove that the Lord, there's no age requirement to prophesying, right? And then being in the truth, there's also no age requirement to really being in the truth, man. The Lord can call you at any time. There's no age requirement to being a prophet of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai in the truth, right? Example, Jeremiah. Jeremiah was young, but the Lord still used him as a vessel to fulfill his work, right? And even like today, for the most part, majority of the brothers came into the truth young. You know, they grew up in the truth, basically. You know, and you also have cases where there's older brothers that are prophets that came into the truth, you know, in their latter days, man. You know, but just going to show you, the Lord does not like deal with black and white, like, you know, like plain, like there's no standard to being a prophet, nor the ability to prophesy. You know, like for example, man, you know, Esau, the way he deals with things, you know, like he deals with for example, his corporate jobs, man. You know, everybody gotta look the same. You know, suit and tie, whatever, black and white suit and tie. You know, them shoes, you know, them fancy shoes. That's black and white. That's like, you know, but that's the Lord doesn't deal. The Lord doesn't get down like that, man. The Lord is diverse. You know, So let me get a precept in the book of Job 32, and I'm going to start at verse 6. And Elihu, the son of Barashal, the Buzite, answered and said, I am young, and ye are very old. Wherefore I was afraid, and durst not show you mine opinion. Right? You know, but even though we understand that the Lord can deal with anybody, no matter the age, right? Even this is dealing with being in the truth, right? The Lord is dealing with each and every brother, right? No matter how old the brother is or how young the brother is, the Lord is still dealing with them. You know, that's why King David, right? That's why, you know, it's good to be in the spirit of King David, because what spirit was King David in? King David was in a meek and humble and lowly spirit, man. You know, because what happened? Even after the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, right? King David still had respect to Saul. You know, understanding and knowing that he was still used as a vessel, you know, by the Lord, man. You know, and King David wasn't. By him doing that, he was respecting the Most High, because he had countless opportunities to put Saul to death, but he said, yo, nah, man, you know, that's the Lord's anointed. I gotta be careful how I deal with him, man. Even though the Lord is no longer, you know, the spirit of the Lord is not with him, but King David was like, yo, that's still the Lord's anointed. Even when Saul got put to death, he was frustrated. He said, who the fuck, you know, who put their hands on, you know, the Lord's anointed, and he killed that person, man. You know, so no matter what, man, you know, no matter if a brother is young or old, the Lord is still dealing with him, right? But there's still order, right? There's still order. Oh, what's heavy is even you have some brothers that come into the truth and they're young, right? And then you got another brother that might come in later, and that's an older brother. But guess what? That younger brother's over him in rank, because he came in the truth, you know, first, you know, into the camp first. You know? So, you know, so technically, that older brother is under that young brother. You know? But, yo, the young brother still, you gotta act accordingly. You can't be a tyrant, you know? Hey, yeah, I'm old. You know, you can't act like that, man. It's a thing of respect. You know? You respect, still. You know, and that's what Elihu, that's what he was displaying, man. Respect. Because what did he do? He held his opinion, you know, until the end. He held what he had to say until the end, understanding that he had older men amongst him, man. You know, and the scriptures actually encourage us, you know, especially young brothers, to be careful and watch our mouth, you know, when we're in the midst of older people, older brothers, man, you know, and elders and apostles and so on and so forth, man. It's not about you necessarily, you know. You don't gotta always, you know, give your opinion, or, you know, you don't have to say nothing, man. You don't have anything to say, because, you know, the brothers and elders that you're in the midst of, they already they probably know what your 2 cents is, you know. They already know that, you know, because they've been in the truth longer than you. They've been in your seat, you know. Matter of fact, let me get Sirach 32 and verse 7. It says, speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice. Right, so as a young man, you got to conduct yourself a particular way, you know. You got to conduct yourself a particular way. And hey, this is for me first and foremost, right? You know, you got to conduct yourself a particular way to where, hey, you're not always talking out of turn, talking for no reason, right? You, especially in the midst of brothers that are over you, right? You speak only if you're asked, or if it's the right time for you to speak. speak, right? If it's a pocket for you to give a nugget or whatever, man. You know, that's why scriptures also speak about us sharpening our discernment, right? You know, and understanding when, what season, you know, to say particular things, right? Waiting for opportunity, you know, the right time to say what and what not to say, you know? Reading that, you know? It says, verse 8, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue, right? So as a young man in the midst of elders, you don't really have to say too much, you know? You gotta just say a little bit, you know? And basically, you're thinking of what to say, you know, very careful. So you gotta think it over in your mind before you spew it out, right? And even if a topic comes up that you might be well learned in, right? You gotta hold that thought. You know, hold it in, even though you know the answer, you know. But if you're asked, then you can spill it out. You know, that's what that's going into, right? That's why it says, "Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue." Right? That's what that means, huh? Verse 9, it says, "If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them." Right? So you can't make yourself equal with great men, especially brothers that are over you, elders and apostles, bishops. You know, you trying to force your opinion or, you know, your 2 cents in there, trying to squeeze it in. That's you trying to make yourself equal with them. You know, because nobody asks you. You know, it says, "And when ancient men are in place, use not many words." Right? You know, so that's the point. You know, so let's jump back to Job 32, and I'm gonna read verse 6 again. It says that Elihu, the son of Barashal, the Buzite, answered and said, "I am young, and ye are very old. Wherefore I was afraid, and durst not show you my opinion." Because he had respect towards them. Right? Verse 7. I said, days should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom. Right? So Elihu understood that, yo, these men are older than me. They've been on the earth longer than me. They had a lot more experiences with life than me. You know, they're ahead of me. They probably seen things from my perspective already. You know, and I'm just a newcomer. He saw that. He recognized that. Right? It says, verse 8, "But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding." Right? So he said, hey, these men are older than me and are wiser than me. You know, they're ahead of me as far as life is concerned. But hey, the way the Lord works sometimes is that you might be a young brother, but you might be inspired. You might be, you know, inspired more in the spirit. You know, you might have a bigger portion in the sense of, you know, the spirit, man. You know, it says, verse 9, "Great men are not always wise." It's showing you that the Lord can use anybody. You know, no matter who you are, no matter what age you are, no matter how old you are. Right? It says, "Great men are not always wise, neither do the age understand judgment." Right? So great men are not always wise, and that's a fact, especially being in the world. You know, you might have somebody that has gray hairs, you know, in the world, but they might be dumb as hell. You know? But guess what? The elders and apostles of Great Millstone, they have gray hairs. But their gray hairs were obtained being in the truth. See, that's a big difference. You know? That's a big difference, because that's respectable. You know? Obtaining gray hairs in the truth, you definitely know that's a wise individual, man, and somebody that's to be respected. see? Yeah, man. You know? Hey, so with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach I'd like to say double honors to my teachers, apostles, and elders of the Great Millstone once again. And shalom and salutations to the elect.